honestly, I haven't shown up properly in a minute. I built the team just because like it's dangerous, you know. Like if you think about it,
wow,
they feel like they feel like you don't belong there sometimes. That's how I felt.
What area was this?
I can't say because you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So can't say nine,
it's all good.
You know
Yeah. But nonetheless, it's just like just being there. Like, so that's why I go out my way to dress as nice as possible. Like I'll spend extra money on shoes just so it's like, come on, like I'm not here to break in no houses in Balenciagas. What are you talking about?
Hey, what the name of this show?
I Talk Gray.
I Talk Gray.
Are you a business owner, entrepreneur, entertainer, and you got a story to tell? You want to get your brand out there to the world? Well, you reached the right place. Let's set up an exclusive interview between me and you. I Talk Gray, and we're going to go ahead and get your brand out there to the world. But here what you do. Go ahead and send me an email with the words Gray at italkgraymedia@gmail.com. See you soon. Y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. William with the I Talk Gray podcast, where we talk about the gray areas of business and life because it's never just black and white. I got a heavy hitter in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Hey.
Wow. Oh, wow. I always mess up with them. I never memorize them. That's good. That's good.
Khalid Bryan or Khalid?
Khalid.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Everyone makes. I just never correct people, and that's the problem. Like that's why everyone says it differently.
Yeah, because when I first saw it, I'm like, hold on, are you related to DJ Khalid or is it?
Yeah. Nah, I say Khalid like the singer, because thank God he came out and that like balances it out. Like it gives me that alternate pronunciation.
So are you like Muslim or?
Nah, actually, my grandfather just gave me the name. He's not Muslim. He traveled a lot. He went to Africa a lot.
Really?
All his grandkids, just my cousins, Afia, Khalid, Afia, Karina, Kyra. Like we all just got Kimia. We all just got names like that.
So where you from originally? Like
I'm born in Miami, but I grew up as like a baby child in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands.
What? Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when you got a little yank in the accent, but
the
speed is like there.
When I came here, from my memory, like they put me in Esau in elementary school for a little bit because my accent was so thick and I would like rearrange words. So the sentence went in me. I don't know. I went to school in Pembroke Pines. So.
What? Okay, so that's interesting. So where did the African side come from?
As far as my name? Honestly, I never got the backstory. I never got the story as to my middle name is Nanumbi. I'm Khalid Nanumbi, N-N-A-M-B-I. Like I had it because I always struggle with, is it a hyphen or an apostrophe? What do you call that?
Okay.
But N-N.
Nah, I rocks with it, bro, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, hey, we're Africans living
It's a great conversation starter. I will say that.
Yeah.
I will say that. It opens a lot of doors for me.
For real. We ain't land on Plymouth Rock land on us.
Yeah. No. One time I took a ride share and like the whole hour ride, they just explained the full Quran to me. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, so I'm interested. Like, it's interesting to learn about. Like, I'm into guidance real estate, which is like, Muslim-based lending and real estate. So it's a lot.
Hold on, really?
It's a lot.
So Muslims have like a whole
because there's a way like you have to go about being with money. Like you can't be greedy. You can't be in it for the profit or for the money. So if you're gonna be a lender or a realtor, you have to, so a portion of commissions are just automatically donated back towards the buyer or seller's closing costs. Just because it's like we're here for you. Like this is the community.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's just like there's a whole like Jewish-based hospital because there's a whole way that treatment has to go based on your religion and faith. So just like medical concerns, financial concerns go the same way. So there's different industries for different cultures.
Wow.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
So how did that work with the honey dips though? Like going through school?
Believe it or not, like honestly, I did not talk to girls till like really like senior year, like almost out of school, but just because like
what year did you graduate?
2008, but I just had a hard time through school, believe it. Like I just did not get along with people. I was just quiet in the corner because I was just going through so much, just mentally, Yeah. My dad got killed when I was 7, so I'm dealing with that. And going from the Virgin Islands where it's just me and my cousins, and then coming here and it's like I'm just used to chilling with my cousins, So it's like now I gotta adapt to go hang out with friends now. And I never went outside and played football or nothing, so I suck at sports.
Really? Well, you look like you kind of got like Anthony Hardaway going on.
I'm fast. My mom ran track, but I never went into no sports. Like I was just nervous and I just felt like I didn't get along with nobody. Wow. I was just always getting made fun of, bully. So I was just like, damn, I suck. Like the feedback I would get on like me is like, okay, let me just stay out the way.
Okay, no, kids can be cruel. You know what I'm saying? It was like that growing up in New York too.
Yeah.
So when did you start saying, hey, you know what? I'm ready to go out here and, you know, kind of converse with females and things like that?
It's funny. All right, so in elementary school in Florida is where this girl tried to talk to me. So her homegirl came up and said, "Oh, you think she's pretty?" I was like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. And then the boy I was with, like my friend, he said, "Oh, you think you do?" And he ran over there to her because she was on the other side. And then the homegirl went, "I don't know what happened. She just came back crying. So I'm like, what happened?" And then her friend came out and they cussed me out. And I was like, well, I'm not telling the girl she pretty no more.
So he went over there and dropped some hate.
I don't know what happened. Like, we were just talking. He was like, "You think she pretty?" And then, like, her girls are like, "Yeah, oh, yeah, she pretty." And then he said, "You do?" And he took off. Came back, she crying. I don't know what's going on.
You know, it be in the blood early. You know,
so then the next time, years later, in middle school, when a girl comes up to me and says, "My homegirl think whatever, you think she pretty," I was like, I'm straight. Just because, like, I'm so scarred from that previous moment.
PTSD.
So I just honestly, like, that was my hardest, like, hardship. So, like, I'm just like, it's a weird moment because, my home was like, talk to girls, but then I'm like, I don't look stupid because I already had this backstory of just like not being accepted and not fitting in and like, yo, I talk weird, you know, I don't talk right. It's just like, I don't do nothing right. I can't play sports right. So it's just like.
So when did you kind of find your tribe? Was it in college? Did you go to college at all? Or?
I went to college. I went there so, I mean, even in college, I was just there to be there just because, like, I just can't focus. I can't think. Like, I'm just like, now what? I graduated high school, now what? So my mom was like, "What are you going to do?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to be a SWAT medic." I was going to be a SWAT medic.
A SWAT medic?
SWAT medic.
What's that?
Like, I was going to be on the SWAT team, but the guy in the back, that's just a paramedic. Like, I ain't going to hurt you, but if one of y'all get hit, I got you. Like, what's the problem? Like, I'm pull you out, you know?
Okay.
So it was just like I just tried to find my lane, you know? So, but honestly, it was just like, my plan was just to figure it out. Just figuring I did not have a plan because I can't think that far. Yeah. Because my dad died when I was 7, so he's 26, 27. So there's no other, like, adult men, so I just can't fathom a black man that old. So I just don't see my future. So I can't think about it.
That's how you was feeling at that time, or did you go through any type of therapy to say, okay, to help you kind of overcome that?
After my dad died, I did therapy for a little bit, just like as a child, but I can't pay attention to that. You know, like, I don't get this. What am I here for? They just like, so how do you feel? Like, I'm bored, you know? Like, but the first day of therapy, they talk to your parents. So they talk to my mom, and they just let me out in a little room playing with toys. Like, cool. I don't know if they was watching to see what I was doing, but I like that day. The next day is when my mom's out. They want to talk to me. I'm like, it's an hour of them just like, so how do you feel? So were you sad? You know, I tried group therapy with other kids. I'm like, they're just like, my parents got divorced. I'm like, my dad just died. And they just like, you know, so I'm like, it's just matter of fact now because I'm just so used to just like telling it to people. Yeah. So it's just like, it's desynthesized. So I'm just like, it is what it is. It's whatever, you know?
Did your mom ever remarry?
No. I have a little brother. So like, she did date, but. Okay. It's just like, I just kind of like kept to myself the whole time. You know,
how was that though? Like, did you ever see the other guy? Did he ever try to come in and say, hey, you know?
Nah, she was very like cautious of that because she really cared about like how I would feel. Because she didn't want me to think like she was trying to replace my dad in it. So she had to be like, sure, like I really like this person. This is really a thing like before, you know? Yeah. So, you know, like I appreciate and respect like how she could just like talk to me like, look, you know, like, so.
But then you say she had another son. So she did have a relationship that was
but
so you never
she just
met
had
him?
I just never met nobody. She just had such a high bar of like who's right, but it was just like at a certain point it was like, well, I gotta tell him that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it's just she just the same way I'm always constantly thinking. I'm sure my mom was just always constantly thinking. So I'm sure like all of that went into plan. She's just thinking like, how do I do this? What do I do? Like, you know, so yeah, I can't, you know.
You have kids now?
Yeah, I have 2 kids. My son is 1, my daughter is 2.
What? Okay, you just started.
Yeah, no, I'm done though. We did it.
Go ahead.
We did,
let's clap it up.
Wow, how do you remember that? That is so crazy. I always hit the wrong buttons. Wow.
Nah, man. Yo, that's okay. So you done. So what made you say like
my wife pregnant? My wife is just what you call the diabetes you pregnant when you got to it.
What, she has like postpartum?
Nah, man. It's like just when you pregnant you get these diabetes and then they go away. Damn. It's a thing.
You said she got diabetes?
No, just when she's pregnant. Just when she
pregnant. Hold on, she had diabetes when she was pregnant?
Yeah, and then they go away. I forgot what it's called.
What?
It's a thing. It's a thing. Look it up. It's a thing. So when she's pregnant, she gets diabetes. She got to take these, like, she got to inject it all the time. She got to submit her, like, urine, and they yell at her. They're like, no, you can't be eating all this because she got to submit meal plans. And then on top of that, like, pregnancy just be hard on her. Like, it'll hurt. Like, her cramps be extra hard. It's just like, she got to thug it out the whole time. Like, yeah, it's a mission. So she was like, we got the boy, we got the girl. Like,
we good.
What else do we need? I'm like, I don't need nothing.
Okay.
Because if we got two girls, then it's like, I feel like one kind of loses a little, special, So it's like, you're my girl, you're my boy. That's where we at on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing like what happened, with that situation with your dad, do you think you're ready now to be that role model that you never had?
Now, now I look at life totally different now. Okay. Like now I care. Like this is why I'm kind of like at where I'm at, because I'm just forcing growth. But I just feel like if I was a little more clear-headed earlier, who knows where I'd be? I'd probably be in law school or something. Okay. Like now that I'm clear-headed, I'm like, I could do this. So when my wife is done with, she's getting her master's in nursing. When she's done with that, kids are older and my careers are stable, I'm gonna go to law school and probably be a lawyer, a real estate lawyer.
Really?
Because everyone comes to me with problems anyway, because I'm just constantly like researching and I just be in my own little world, really.
Okay.
That's me.
Hey, that's your reality, man.
Yeah.
So all right, so let's go back. You said you was doing the SWAT. How did you go?
I was doing paramedic. Yeah.
Okay. How did you go from that to real estate?
So honestly, when I first went to college, I was a philosophy major, which was just I'm in college, just to say I'm in college.
Okay.
My friends in college, I'm in college too.
Philosophy.
We here in college. I like thinking, so let's be a thinking major. Okay. I'm like, all right, it's dumb. Now what? What we gonna do? So then I was like, I guess I'll just do EMT paramedic, because I'm looking around. I'm working at Publix. My friends at Publix, they're like, yo, I'm a paramedic. Look at this. I could do an IV. I'm like, that's cool. So I signed up. I'm like, well, what's my avenue? Because when you in EMT paramedic school, you got to do these wide times. You got to go to the firehouse. And it's like a hierarchy system. Like, they don't care to know your name. They call you Stu for student. Like, you got to mop the firehouse. You got to clean. Like, they're like, yo, go in this room and do your homework, study. And I'm like, that's cool, but like, I ain't never had no man talk to me like this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for me. This ain't for me. Like, my first, because I'm like, I'm not used to, like, different cultures. All I know is all I know. Yeah. No one ever told me, look, man, I shake his hand and all that crap. So I get to the first firehouse. I'm late. I got a Gucci backpack. And then I pull up, and then they all, like, in a circle, like, doing a little firefighter meeting. Yeah. And I try to fist bump people, like, what's good, bro? How you doing? I'm Khalid. Some of them bumped my fist, and then it was just one of them who, like, I don't bump fists. I don't touch people. I don't like touching people. I don't do this either. And I'm like, all right, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I get it. Like, you got to earn their respect. They see dead bodies. They be doing crazy. Their life is crazy. Like, that's what gets them through it. But it can't be for everybody, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's not like a people person type of atmosphere.
You got to earn their respect. Once you do it, they respect you. Like, because after that, I've had like moments where I would take it upon myself to leap into action. So one time we driving in North Miami outside of the Target, almost 63rd, and I just see this real old dude just like standing on his truck, like just standing there, like for a minute. We driving, I'm in the back seat, I'm like, yo, that dude don't look right. Stop the car. I jump out. So then I go over to the guy, like, you okay? He can't talk, so I sit him down. I put him on like a rolling. I put him on a little rolling cart or something from inside. I roll him in Kmart. Yeah. And then we lay him down, and then they call 911. They check his blood pressure. It's like super low. They wrote my name on the glove. They're like, yo, who's your teacher? I'm like, Captain Pennant. They wrote it down. I go to school, and I say, like, did they call you? He's like, nah. So I was like, okay, that's okay. But still, like, I got that hero feeling. Then the second time, I'm riding down 826 between like 37 to 47. The sign, no, not this wasn't the time the sign collapsed. Them signs collapsed, by the way. Don't trust them craps. A tire came off a truck on the opposing traffic, bounced over, hit a car on the windshield, ripped the top of the car off, and then ripped this lady's face open. What? So,
you witnessed all of that?
No, I'm driving and I see the car with the tire on the floor and then she just on the ground sitting down. I'm like, no. That tire hit her in the head. That might be spinal. She need to lay down. You need a whole C-spine. So I'll turn the car around, and then I'll go to my girlfriend's house at the time. So my current wife. So I'll leave it action. I keep gloves in the car for this reason. Put on my little gloves, and I'm like, let's get the blood as possible. So I'm holding her head, like, look, don't move. You gotta lay down. Look, we can't have her sitting up, y'all. So I lay her down, and then rescue shows up. So
wow.
They like.
So you had an experience.
This where it get funny though. So because I laid her down and she got hit in the freaking face, her mouth filled with blood. So she like just choking on blood. So rescue like, all right, let's sit her up. So I'm like, shit, I guess I'll, you know what I'm saying? But C-spine, right? C-spine. Yeah. So, you know, they wrote my name down too. I don't know why every time I save a life, they write my name down, but the teacher will never get it. Cause like I seen one time there was a fire at the school and one of the kids in the guys in the class like grabbed the fire extinguisher and put it out. The teacher gave him praise. One of our students had a seizure in class. One of the guys like went and got the teacher, cut his shirt open. The teacher gave him praise. So I'm like, man, I'm doing all this. Like, I just want a good job. That's really all it is for me. Cause like I never got it. You know, I just want to know like somebody proud. Really?
Yeah. Did you know that there are over 70 billion in unclaimed funds in America that haven't been paid out? Myself and hundreds of individuals are making money in this industry by simply helping people file claims for funds that are rightfully owed to them. If you want to learn more about how you can get started getting 15 to 30% just by helping people recover funds, check out the free training. I'm looking forward to helping you out.
So that's the story behind that. But yeah, they just never liked me even in that class. Cause I would just sit there quietly, but I'm scoring high on tests. Cause it's like, I never paid attention in school in high school, but in college, I'm like, I guess like I'm running out of options. So like EMT gotta work. So I'm scoring high in tests. So like, it's just jokes coming out. Like the top gun in the class is a BB gun. The top gun in the class is a water gun. Lab testing come around is when they give you like a scenario and you gotta like handle the situation according to the book. Yeah. I passed. A lot of people like failed, but they still like just talking crap. You know what I'm saying? So it's just when I get to paramedic, the reason I stopped doing paramedic is because I failed. You can't fail 2 tests. I failed a second test because now we in like drug calculations, biology. Like it's a lot. It's a whole nother beast. EMT just saving lives. Yeah. The teacher liked me, so he like, I see your work. Like, stay. Like. I'm like, so after I failed, I just went up to him like, look, I'm gonna be back next year. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be back next semester. He's like, no, where you going? You just gonna leave, quit? Nah, fuck. So they just start talking again. Like, I don't see how. Like, I heard some people failed. I don't know why they still here. So it's just like stuff like that just throughout my life. It just made me like kind of resent people. So I cut off friends very easily. I throw away friends actually very easily, and just like I just kind of like bury myself in work. Is that what you were doing
at that time, or that's what you do now?
That's what I do now. Wow. Like that, it kind of led me here because I was just so friend hungry at the time. I was just like, who wants to hang out with me? And people would be like, yo, you're so annoying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, yo, like, shut up. Like, all you do is talk. Like, the teachers would be like, bro, pay attention. Like, yo, just go. Just get out. Leave. Like, just resent me. Get out. Leave me alone. So it's just like, I'll just leave people alone. I'll just stay in my little corner.
So do you think, like, things that you've been through made your patience kind of run low?
I have very high patience, actually. Because of it, just because cause I'm just like, my mind's just all over the place. I don't know what to think. Like I'm used to like, you know, it's like when you got like one parent, they stressed out, and then they just had to go to work all day, and then they got to come back, and now you want to talk about 80,000 things, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, and then you want to mess it up, and you want to break stuff, and you bad at school, your teacher calling, it's like they don't have patience or time for that. So it just kind of leaves you to sit there, and then when you in your room just that long, just you got your toys, your PlayStation, you know, your TV, but it's like, all you doing is just like thinking. Just thinking, you know. So I just be sitting there. So I don't know. I'm very patient, but I just get irritable. I run out of brain space now. That's what it is. I run out of brain space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you make that transition from that to real estate?
Oh, fuck. That was the question, huh?
Yeah.
That was a whole story in itself. Sorry.
Nah,
so,
good.
All right. So I'm working at Publix. Got fired from Publix.
Hold on. So you left EMT to Publix?
No, I'm in school during this time.
Okay.
But that was my plan because I'm working at Publix. I'm like, I can't retire at that.
I heard Publix got some good benefits over there.
I got some. I still got stocks. I still got my
stocks.
Really?
You still got stocks?
Yeah. After you work there for like a year, you get some stocks, and then every year they give you some more stocks.
They long enough.
Yeah, they worth a couple grand, probably like $5,000 in stocks.
Oh,
it's interesting.
Okay.
If you want to sell them, they only give you half the value though. Yeah. But yeah, so got fired. Had a couple $100. I just started saving. Started buying stuff at garage sales, selling it on eBay. Started buying stuff on eBay, selling it in the streets. The next thing up, Cash for Gold came out. I started doing that. Met a refiner, Robert Scott in Brickell. We working, and then I met Tanya Green, Jimmy Green. Rest in peace, Jimmy Green. He just died, but they gave me the biggest opportunity. Her dad owned the car dealership in Fort Walton Beach. I was gonna go up with them. I actually did go to Fort Walton Beach with them. My wife was gonna switch schools up there and everything. And I was gonna help them run their car dealership and do like a Cash for Gold out the back, so you could bring in like a chain and that's your down payment. Here's a Chevy. Yeah, like that was my idea. Yeah. It didn't work out though. It just didn't like feel right when I got there. It was such a different. It didn't feel right. So I just said like, I'm sorry, I can't. So I was like, I could do this here though. So I went and got my auction license. Started doing the cars thing and cash for gold same time. And
you say, hold on. You say your auction license?
Yeah.
To like sell cars?
To buy cars at a dealer auction. All these dealers on 441, they get their cars from the same auction. Mannheim on 441 next to Hard Rock. You ever seen like a big parking lot?
Yeah.
That's a dealer auction.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, and then CarMax got one. It's just a bunch. Like every day, you just got a different auction you go to. So
okay.
I was charging people like $500 to $1,000 to take them there, and then you pick out your car. I got you.
What?
Yeah, that was going for a little while, but it was so hot out there, bro. Like you got to go out there, and then it's stressful. Once you bought the car, you bought it. There is nothing. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't like the feeling of bad business because I didn't. That's not my car. I can't certify, but you wanted it, and then now you pissed off. So I need something with more control. So the next step up from cars was real estate. Got my real estate license, and then like it's just wherever I'm like, what's the next step? Like I have to every year be in a different place or not have the same problems at least.
Okay.
Because like that's all I got to do. Just like
so you have a growth mindset, which is good.
I'm just making myself better because I feel like I suck. Because so many people tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I don't know what's going on. It's like a trauma driven, weird,
So. What's your circle looking like right now?
My wife, my 2 kids.
Really?
Yeah. And I got like a couple friends. Like I like low maintenance friends. I got a couple friends that like they'll come up like probably once a week or something. It's a football game. What we doing? And then like I don't like when people stay too long. Like if you want to come like. I got certain amount of hours, and then I'm just frustrated. I'm irritable. I'm just yelling at you. I'm snappy. So my friends know, like, all right, let's go. He moving fast. He washing dishes. All right, let's go. Let's get out. Yeah. So, it's like I don't know, but I don't really have much of a.
Okay.
I just work is how I chill now. Like I'd rather like that's how I'm able to say yes to invitations. Because before I'd be like, nah, I gotta go to this party. I can't let my man. But now it's like, you want me to do an interview? Let's do it. You want me to come over here and do your open house? Sure, I'll be there. Okay. That's how I hang out now. Okay. And I'm calling those my friendships, my clients.
Okay. So do you think maybe you still need some therapy right now?
Yeah, I tried therapy. Ain't work out.
Yeah,
really? Maybe with that therapist. Yeah, that therapist. Because I would tell him a problem and then he would justify it and tell me why I'm not crazy. And I'm like, no. So what's my problem? And he was like, I mean, hearing what all you got going on. If you were like happy to go lucky on the problem, hearing all your plate, you got 2 kids, 2 businesses, this and that.
You living the life.
If you wasn't stressed out and irritable, I would have a concern. But I get it. I'm like, you don't get it. You don't get it. Why am I so irritable? You know what I'm saying? So I just like, you don't get me. So I just never went back. You know.
Do you get any vitamin D?
What's that? Nah, I know what that is, but like, why? What? Like, sun?
Well, yeah.
I mean, outside. Yeah, I show houses and open houses.
No, I mean, so lots of times when we're not in alignment within ourselves, it's usually because we're out of balance.
I'm out of balance. Oh yeah.
So we're black, right? So lots of times we're lacking in vitamin D and grounding. Yeah. Like connecting with the earth.
Yeah, I'm not connected. I'm very disconnected. Yeah.
Okay.
I know, like I don't stop. I don't take breaks. That's my problem. But I feel guilty about breaking because my grandfather in the Virgin Islands, like he's very like, just being out with him. You'll just driving in the street. You'll see if somebody just like sitting on the bench smoking a joint. He'll just be like, look how lazy they are. They just sitting there smoking. You know what I'm saying? So like, oh shit. So like when I would go visit the Virgin Islands, he'll wake me up at like 6:30, like, I gotta go to the farm. Okay. So we go out to the farm, do our farm work, do everything. I'm tired, but like, all right, it's 2:00. Now we done. Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, I see your point, but ain't nobody here for me to chill with, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind starting that now, but
no, of course.
I get it. It's just that mindset, like, yo, get up, do what you gotta do, and then your day is yours. Like,
put in the work.
Yeah.
But having a community, bro, is so important because
I throw them away every time. Like something go wrong, gotta hold it.
That sounds like the fear, right?
Yeah.
That you may be operating from because you're so used to not having someone around. So let me self-sabotage the relationship before it gets too comfortable.
Because I'll be like, you see me like that too? Okay, you see me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna, I already think so low about myself. I'm not gonna have you around here bringing me lower. Like I don't even go. I think that's what it is.
So. Did you pass the real estate test on the first one or?
Nah, the fourth. I wanted to quit after the third one. I always said you're gonna do it again.
That's
honestly,
dope,
I don't even know why I was gonna quit. You need a 75. The first time I got a 70, then I got a 74, and it's 100 questions. So that's actually 74 questions, right?
Okay.
And then I went back and I passed it again, and now I just can't stop taking it because it went null and void. I forgot to renew it. I got married right around my renewal time. Went back, did it online, and passed it again. Shout out to Khalid Real Estate. I got the investmentpropertygurus.com education. Get your license online for $100 discount code.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So
what made you keep going after the first time?
And get my broker's license.
Oh, well, no. You said it took you 4 tries.
Because I already came, like, it was a point of, like, this is all I had. Like,
okay,
I'm going to interview with brokers after I finished real estate school. Before taking the state exam, they all giving me, like, these study guides and, like, yo, take these practice questions. But then I kept doing research, and then I found there's a Barron's book. It's red and white. I had to have it. It's at Barnes and Nobles, and it just looked so good. Like, I'm reading the questions in the, like, sample, and they look so similar to the questions in the state exam. So I'm like, this is what I need, because I done took this test twice. I know the questions. My mom's using my car at the time, you know, because her car broke down. I got a car. She bought my car, so how I look saying no, and I can't, you know. So I walked to get the book, and
wow,
I just needed it. Cause like if not that, then what? So I would spray on some cologne. I had a mantra. I'm listening to Drake. Started from the bottom. Like I like smell like money, feel like money. I'm gonna get money, and then I touching that BMW on the way in. Like I made this a mantra. Like this is all I got. You know? Like, I put everything into it, and I was like, I have to.
You operate in chaos, which is good.
It's fight or flight driving me.
No, okay. It comes in handy at times. You know, it's only when you get into your own personal space and your loved ones and things like that where it could kind of become, troublesome. So do you think money has consciousness?
No, energies. I'm a energy guy. Like I don't think money. No, I think it's just like everything's so driven by it. It solves all problems. So you feel the need to just have it, and when it's low, that's when you're the most stressed out. But because my lifestyle is so crazy, it's constantly just in and out, up and down, up and down. Like I can save all I want to, but then because I got so many businesses and variables, it's emergency. So I'm just I have like a couple anxiety attacks a week, honestly. But and that's another trade-off. But I expend so much brain space during the day and the morning. By the time I get home, I'm so irritable and just tired and just done. Little things. Just I'll be cool, but then if I knock over a cup of water, I'm done for the day. I'm pissed off for the next 2 hours.
Okay.
It's I don't know what it is. I just ran out of. It's like a meter and it just started running.
The bandwidth is getting shrunken.
Yeah. That's just how I just operate.
So how long were you an agent before you transitioned to a broker?
You got to be an agent for 2 years. On my second, as soon as I hit 2 years, I just went and upgraded.
Oh,
yeah. It was more awesome. So for credibility, but I'm just big on content. So a broker in Milwaukee saw all my content, just liked my work ethic, and just said I want to partner. So his broker's there. So I just saw a learning opportunity. I've only ever been with small brokerages. So I'm like, okay, I'm self-taught. My whole career is just self-taught. I'm figuring it out on my own. So I saw this opportunity to learn from someone more experienced closely, because even in my small companies, the broker is in their office over there, But yeah, it kind of felt the same. It was still just me, because he's in another state.
So what advice can you give to a new agent just coming in fresh out that don't know their way in 2024? Because I'm hearing things is changing up so much in real estate right now.
Things are changing. I would say the best advice is join a team. That's something I recently learned, because when I first started, the biggest thing we're in our own way is there's a community. There's people that come into real estate looking 2 ways. One, people that come in I'm not trying to spend no money. How can I get in out of this and get a license with the cheapest way possible? So what broker don't charge no monthly fees, no sign up fees, the lowest split possible, and they got to give me leads, and I want stuff, That's how I was. I'm like, okay, great. Your split's only 20%. I only got to give you 20% of my commission, and then 15, and then 10%. That's great. But it's just, it don't come with nothing. So I think if you join a team, you're going into momentum, because these brokers, they're going to make you figure it out on your own. They'll tell you what to do, but you got to figure it out on your own. A team is here, close this deal, show them this house, tell them this, sign this, and you going into it. So you're just watching what to really do.
But how are you getting leads, though? Does that come with the brokerage that you sign up with, or how do you get your leads? I've
been here for 10 years, so it's just in doing stuff and constantly putting out content that's what do you call it? Shareable. It's ageless, it's timeless. Yeah. Just text content, video content, photo content, educational content. I just started getting referrals and just doing good business. I just care. I would rather lose a deal than do a bad deal, because I just have this huge thing about people not liking me. I don't want to have a bad taste in your mouth. I don't want you to look at me. I don't want my face to be dirty. There you go.
No. Exactly.
I care about my face being clean. I care what people think about me, and that is why people want to work with me and feel confident sending their business to me.
No, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
So you said you care about doing good deals versus bad deals.
Yeah, because there's agents that are just, I'm here for the sales. Let's just close transactions. Like, I got 50 listings. It's like I care to like know everybody's name. Like, what's going on? Like,
okay,
I'd rather start small and like expanding when I know what I'm doing. Now let's get to 50 deals so I could like really know how to scale it. But
what was the first deal that you closed as an agent?
it was a rental to a med student. It was a luxury apartment in Sunny Isles Beach, like on the water. And just because like I would just post okay to advertise properties on the MLS that were other people's listings on websites as if they were my own. Yeah. So people would call like, I like this. Like I realized like there's some properties that were like people would love and other properties that wouldn't get much attention. So that's when I learned the power of like content and just having as much stuff out there as you can, because whatever people are looking for, they're gonna find you. Also education, like stay in classes, because when people talk to you and they hear you answering the questions and how well you explain things and they get it, they want to keep you around, because like I can learn from you. You provide something of value.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you always stayed educating yourself in the space.
Yeah. When I don't have deals, I'm in class. That's my rule. So I'm always working. Like for me, going to learning something is working. Learning something is working.
Okay. I like that, bro. Bro, I mean, you have, fast pace. Like, I mean, I guess you closing these houses in like 2 days. Like, yo, we sign it right here. We do it right there. We do it right there. We do it right there.
It's a process.
Which is nothing wrong, because I believe that success likes speed, but I would say, hey, the personal side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I do understand the concept where it says hurt people. So do you feel like you hurt people out of your
100%
experience of being hurt?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I'm very harsh, and like I'll burn bridges sometimes. And even in deals, just like sometimes like I'll just take everything personal. So in negotiations,
in the deal,
and everything, just because like agents will say things and I'll just take it the wrong way. Just because like I've had the police called on me during showings, security pulled up on me during showings. It's a black
you
man.
The Tupac of showings?
Not like, even. It's like. So let's just say your neighbor's house, you know your neighbor, you love them, they grew up, they died, or whatever the situation is, they're gone now. There's a young black kid going in there because the lockbox is in the back. So I'm going in the backyard and I'm coming out the front, opening the door for my clients. Now the police showing up. Hey, somebody said they saw you breaking in the house. I'm like, what? I'm a realtor. Here's my card. The lockbox is right there. Let me show it to you. Here's the code. Let me put it in for you. Like it's the little things like that. And it just makes me nervous now about like doing showings. So yeah. I haven't shown a property in a minute. I built the team just because like it's dangerous, like if you think about it. Wow. They feel like they feel like you don't belong there sometimes. As how I felt.
What area was this?
I can't say because
Okay.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. But nonetheless, it's just like just being there like. So that's why I go out my way to dress as nice as possible. Like I'll spend extra money on shoes just so it's like, come on, like I'm not here to break in no houses in Balenciagas. What are you talking about? Seriously. Yeah. So I have to go above and beyond to just look as upscale as possible. Otherwise, you're just gonna think the worst of me because I'm not always smiling in it. So like that's another thing. If like I see on the street and somebody try to talk to me, a stranger, I'll like perk up. I gotta use a high pitch voice a little bit because I'm also used to just seeing people and I'm like, what's good, bro? And then they want to fight me. Like, oh, you sizing up? I'm like, nah. I'm like, what's good, bro? Just they don't like the way I look at them, So it's just so dangerous, just day to day. I've done with deals with people that are dead now. Like, I have an agent. I sold my cousin a house. Like, I can't say. I sold a house to my cousin, and the listing agent, like a couple months later, just died. Like they made him. I don't know if he was showing him a house or what, but they made him go to the ATM, withdraw his money, and they shot him at the ATM. Like, if you look it up, I forgot his name, but I did a deal with him like months before that. So it just
so it makes you the cons of real estate.
Yeah, there's cons. So we have a like NAR. There's a lot of like realtor self-defense classes. Cause it's a thing. Like, yeah,
I ain't never heard of this. I don't think I'll get my license.
Show me this house, and then it's just me and you. It's a dangerous game.
What?
Yeah, you can't just like you gotta have protocols, and then luckily we got a new program called Forewarn. So it's an app in our phone. Like if we feel uncomfortable, we can like put the number into Forewarn. It'll give us the person's name, like a brief backstory on. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll like let us know like if you call me and say your name Tony from Massachusetts, Forewarn say nah, this is Kevin from Weston. I'm like okay, something ain't right. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll have a little extra guard up. And then they just tell you, like, proper way, like, when you show a house, you want to, like, open a deadbolt, like, so they can't close the door on you and lock you in there. Like, you never know. And then you showing houses and it got squatters inside. Like, it's a dangerous game.
So you ever dealt with a squatter situation?
Not on my personal listing, but just going into to show a property. And, like, I like to open all the windows, all the lights, and then it's just, I open this one door, and it's just a whole family just laying on the floor sleeping. Like, they live there.
Wow.
Because they found out it was vacant. So that happened to me, like, 3 times.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You just tell the listing agent, let them figure it out, hope for the best. There's squatter rights. You can't just call the police. Squatter rights is a thing. I think that's my problem. That's my thing. I've just been through so many real estate problems that makes me good at real estate, because I always see to it or do my best if I can help it to make sure my client gets out on the right side of it.
Wow. So you got to be walking with a bulletproof vest and just to sell real estate?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of, like, you can't count the commissions. One time I had I don't even remember the 36912, probably like a $17,000 commission, and I ended up walking away with about $4,000 in a MacBook, because the numbers just, something went wrong. The bank payoff just wasn't what the seller thought, so I had to help pay off the rest of the loan for us to even get closed. Otherwise, it was no deal at all.
Was this when you became a broker, or this when you still an agent?
A few months ago. This was a few months ago. You just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Not to say, like, realtors are going to sacrifice their commission. It's just, like, in this situation, like, I was their realtor for life, because I work with investors primarily. So this is their 4th or 5th transaction with me. And after that, we're in another transaction. So I'm getting it right back. I'm not worried about it, you know. And then I got a nice shiny new MacBook Pro. That's cool.
Okay.
But,
I get
you gotta get creative sometimes.
No, I feel you. So is there any books that you read that helps you with your mindset?
Yeah. Honestly, the first book that drastically changed me was The Secret, because I was just such a negative person. My mom kept telling me, you need to watch The Secret, you need to read The Secret, watch it. So on my birthday, I think this is the birthday after I, like, ran out of money and failed out of paramedic school, so I was at my lowest. Me and my wife, for the birthday, the activity was we just laid in bed and watched The Secret on her laptop. And then after that, I just started, like, just trying to be more positive, and then I was just like, well, let's just see where it goes, and then here I am. So I just never gave up on that. Okay. Yeah.
So you became a broker, right? What was that feeling like?
Honestly, I felt like, I made it. I did it. Like, okay, we on the next level. But it was just like a whole nother realm of, like, just stress, because now I don't know what to do. What do I got to figure out? What needs to be in order? And I'm stressed out thinking, like, NAR going to come after me because they want to, like, randomly show up and show us all your paperwork. I want to see all your deals for the last 7 years. And, like, I suck at paperwork and, like, storing stuff. So, you know.
So who helps you stay organized?
Nobody. Nobody ever did. Like, so, because that's my role, you know. But that's why now I went over to Keller Williams and I'm under Daniel Hansen, and they help me stay organized now. Like, they take care of all that other crap, and I just worry about the deals now. So I started my team over. I had 15 agents. I got 2 agents right now. So
really,
all over. Started all over.
So what was the reason for the cut?
It was I was in the wrong career. I wanted a team because, like, that was the goal, but I just didn't feel like I could justify explaining to people working under me and having to pay me a cut when I'm not the broker. There's a broker that you got to pay as well. But being a broker, I see, like, all that a broker does and all that a team lead does, and I did it for years. And just joining YPN, joining, like, the board of realtors, and, like, being above, like, those high stakes agents that are, like, 10 million plus in production, just seeing what they do. Like, they all have teams. So I'm like, okay, they scale. None of them are brokers. They would ask me, like, why are you a broker? I'm like, that's not special. Y'all not impressed, you know? Like, they're like, I think it's kind of dumb. Like, you're not stressed out. You could get sued and this and that. I'm like, I get it.
All the responsibilities that come with it.
Yeah, so they gave me the advice on how to pitch it and how to get agents on my team, and it just made sense. And then Keller Williams, that whole company is, like, revolving around this book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. The book it's not a book, it's a manual for your real estate career, and every agent can read it. Early in my career, I read it. It didn't hit, though, because early in my career, I don't know nothing. But I had to do all of this and get here to now go back and read the book. Now that I'm in the company, they handed me the book. The person that signed me, he signed it. Like, it was a big deal. Like, and I get it. I'm like, everything I'm struggling with, the book's telling me, this is what you want to do. You want to do this. I'm like, crap, it's in the book. Yeah. The answer's in the book. And that's education. When you in school, they like, hey, read these chapters, and then we going to ask you some questions to make sure you read them chapters. They like, here's the answer. We gonna ask you questions to make sure you read the answer. Like, so I'm like, it's the same concept. That's education.
So what are some things to avoid when you going from agent to broker?
Getting too comfortable. because there's no one really over you. Some brokerages, they'll hold you accountable. Like, hey, did you call those leads? Did you whatever? When it's just you, it's just like, this is my company. I don't care. I'm gonna do nothing. That was my biggest thing. Like, I'm a boss. What they gonna say? I'm gonna start the meeting 30 minutes late. Who gonna say something? Hey, y'all, we pushing back. You know.
Yeah.
And then, but the real big challenge I would say is like trying to like take care of everybody. Just trying to take care of it, because when you got so many agents and people on your team, you don't want to make sure like they happy and you. So a lot of my time was wasted just trying to motivate. I'm like, let's go, let's do this team building exercise. Let's get excited. Let's talk about. So I'm doing tier 1 entry level educational experiences, but then my good agents just kind of wasting their time. They just sitting there waiting.
Okay.
So I ain't want to waste nobody.
Do you think you're a good leader?
I think I care a lot to be a good leader. I think I'm a good leader. Yes. Okay. I can always be a better one, but I think that's what makes me a good leader, that I care to be the best I can.
What are some qualities that you think makes a good leader?
You got to care about the people, because I have a friend that like every time I talk to him, he fired somebody different, you know, like, so I feel like you got to care to like mold your people. Ask them, because sometimes they just aren't comfortable doing what you want them to do, but there's another person on your team that would rather do that role. So, and sometimes you got to do like that personality assessment and just really look at, maybe they're good for these roles, but not these roles. And you might just have to like move them to something else, and they'll excel better before you just throw them away because they messed up. And sometimes you just understand, maybe they messing up because you just didn't train them properly. So I'll get mad at people for not calling leads, not reaching out, not making content. I'm not training them enough high caliber stuff to make educational content. What do I want them to teach them? How to cold call, how to make a Canva flyer. That's all I'm teaching you, right? You know?
Yeah.
So you just got to have that kind of being, know like what's your problem, what's on you as a trainer versus this is not for them. That's the biggest thing.
Okay. Do you invest as well in real estate?
No. Well, for me, because I don't invest so like I'm buying a house and keeping it. My investment is like, I'll rent out this commercial space and build it out like this and rent it out. That office, I'll build it out and see what I could do in it. Like, so money does go into the real estate market for me, but because I work with people on their properties and get paid for their transactions, I haven't yet had that like urgency to go out and buy a house, because you really gotta be prepared for that. You can just go out and do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if that AC breaks, you have to replace it if there's a tenant.
So you don't own a home right now?
No. Well, I have a property in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, but it's not livable. Like, my grandfather gave it to me.
Okay.
Like, recently, and I got to fix it up. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm renting.
So it's like an inheritance.
Yeah, so honestly, on the last podcast I just said this. So my thing, like, I started in like this really horrible apartment, and just every year I just try to get like a nicer apartment, and then I had like 1 year I had to like renew in like this place, but it's just like I started from this one place with like mice and rats, and then here we are in like this nice new construction apartment building. But if something breaks, I'm gonna call them and they're gonna fix it right there. So that's like the luxury I'm just enjoying before I have to. All right, I need a new fridge. I need a new refrigerator. Like. You can't rush it. That's my biggest. I'm a big advocate of that. Do not rush a purchase if you're not truly prepared.
So how do you kind of show the experience to your buyers that, hey, you can be a homeowner if you're not a homeowner?
We do consultations. That's the biggest thing. So I consult a lot, and we do educational events. So I do a lot of open houses, and that's really it. I just give them the breakdown on how we operate in the market. Here's how the market works. So if you want to talk to a lender, this is what you're going to have in order. You're going to need to expect to spend around this amount down. I can give them like an estimate on their closing costs. I say around 1 to 2%. I can't really say an actual number because there's a lot of variables to it, but that's really it. I just guide them to the right places. You want to talk to this lender, this inspector, this is what you expect to spend. I prep them. The consultation, and it's free, no obligation. You don't have to work with us. You just show up to our office. It's nice. I got a little Rolex clock up there you can look at. Okay, we have a good time. We have a good time.
So do you see yourself ever becoming a homeowner, or is more renting?
Yeah, so now the kids are 1 and 2. My wife's in school. So our plan is when she's done with her master's and we're stable, then we're gonna buy a house in 2 years. So we renewed our lease for 2 years. They actually lowered our rent when we did that, believe it or not. But yeah, that's our plan. We're not gonna rush it because I would like to. My personal plan, at least, you know, some people might not agree with it, but I'm gonna fix up the St. Croix property. That's gonna be an Airbnb, so I can have some, revenue coming in. I'll have a home in the Virgin Islands, and then with that additional income, with her additional income, and you know what I'm saying, I'm stacking it up. Then we're gonna go ahead and do that. You gotta look at that stuff like that when you buying.
No, for sure, bro. I definitely believe that you have to know what you're doing before you purchase. Yeah. You know, I like the Grant Cardone kind of mindset where he says, rent where you live, but own what you rent.
Yeah, it makes sense because just like that, with the repairs, that's honestly my biggest reason for holding off, and biggest reason I tell people to hold off, because I have so many people, I sell them an income property, the tenants call, talk about the AC went down and they don't have the money to replace it.
Yeah.
Landlord tenant that, you have to fix it. You cannot leave them in that heat. Even if you get a portable unit and put it in there, you got to figure it out, do something.
So are you knowledgeable about like HVAC appliances and stuff like that? I have an idea,
just from solving problems with it. I've solved so many problems just in real estate, and that's like, I feel like I'm built for that because I done seen it all. So it's like, I just like, it happens. It is what it is. Like, I'm a big callous. So yes, I've had a big mold outbreak because I had a property with central AC and the jalis, how you pronounce them? The crank windows. You can't have the crank windows that open like that with the multiple slates. You can't have those with central AC because your central AC gonna suck all that outside humidity into the system and mold outbreak all through the house. Yeah, $5,000+ to remediate. Well, $3,000+. It's a lot, thousands, a lot, and it's gonna keep happening until you change those windows. Yeah, and then I had to have a property pay like $25,000-$30,000 for impact windows just to solve that problem. Okay, +5 on the mold remediation twice.
So how do you protect your time from time wasters?
I give everybody opportunity. My big motto is, if I don't have nobody to work with, I'm going to try to work with everybody until I'm too busy, and now I have to pick and choose who I'm working with. Alternately, I have a team, and my team, Jasmine and Marv, they're very like authorized to fire people. You know, like if they got to be happy, because if they're not happy, they're not going to produce well. They're not going to stay long, and I just learned that. So sometimes you got to listen to them and see if you can work it out. But if they saying this person just not listening, they don't show up on time, they don't care, they not... You gotta let them go, and you'll find somebody else. Yeah. But if you ain't got nobody else to work with, just that one annoying client, you gotta thug it out until you can replace them. Yeah. You never know. Yeah. It might close.
No, I feel you. Yeah. How long does it normally take to have a closing though?
Oh man, you're in months. So if you come in my office and say I want to buy a house, it's probably gonna take me. I mean, it could be done quickly, but some people, like, they're not sure what they want, and because now especially rates are dropping in Q4. We're going back into the 5s, which is crazy. We were in like the 7s.
I seen that.
Yeah. So just all that competition, your first, second, or third offer might not get accepted. You might want a house and say, I'll offer above asking, and they still don't take it just because your offer is 3% down. This offer is 5% down. Your escrow, it's just a little variables. Y'all can be the same price, but that one little detail makes that offer better. So it's important I work with sellers a lot. So I receive offers and I work with buyers. So it's important to have that dual experience in negotiations, but I forgot the question, honestly. What? What?
Nah, you move and rapid. Yeah. So do you think winning recognizes you?
Winning?
Yeah.
Things always work out. I stopped freaking out. I used to freak out over every like thing I thought would be horrible. I watched a movie. I forgot what movie it was. It was a documentary. I watch documentaries a lot. It's just that every business has that one moment of the extreme, like this is gonna end. Every business, you have that moment. It's how you get through it. So every business I try, every venture I go on, I have that one moment where it's just, this is about to be it. So that's my time. I call those like a shift up moment. So like, okay, I'm going, and then like, and then like shift up, and you hit it again. So whenever I touch zero, like $0 in the bank, I done spent everything. I'm in a negative, like I ain't got nothing. All right, where we going from here? Let's do something bigger. We already at zero. We ain't got nothing to lose right now. You know, so what's the next best thing?
Okay. Have you gotten into those type of situations recently? To zero?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. Oh yeah. So because everything I'm doing, like this, my whole operation is thousands of months. Because like there's a bunch of people I'm paying to do stuff. I had to learn that like you can't do it by yourself. Yeah. Like I'll make a lot more making sure everybody else gets paid. Okay. So that's my problem. So it'll be times where like money's not coming in, but I still gotta pay this. I still gotta pay this person. I still gotta buy this. This camera just broke. Crap. That's $800. You know. So it's just little things like that. But then it'll come in because in real estate your checks are so huge. It's like, all right, here's $30,000. Go ahead. That'll last you a couple months.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then it's just all over the place. So what I'm working on now is just that consistency. Because before I was split working here and real estate. I hired my friend to run this. Now I could just focus on real estate. But I still have those times where I'm missing texts and people pissed off. So it's just like I'm still working on it. Yeah. I'm still working on it.
So do you think as a boss you eat last?
Yeah, I always eat last, yeah. But I always pay less than I receive, if that makes sense. Now, I used to like make it like, all right, let's do 50-50 or like, all right, I'm going to give you this much. I'm just gonna keep this. But I learned I gotta keep more in case I need to also add someone else to that operation. I learned it because then it's like there's no room for that. Now I gotta come back and renegotiate with you because now I'm paying you to run the studio, but now I gotta pay an editor. Now I gotta pay somebody to do sales. Damn, I gotta pay somebody to like reset it. It's just the little things you gotta like hold back for and budget for. And then marketing, taxes. I ain't thinking about the rent, the things like the unknown. It's just it's nonstop. It's nonstop.
Okay, so you said overall you see yourself becoming a real estate lawyer.
Yeah, I can see that. I just that's my favorite part of it. Just this problem solving. People come to me with their problems, whether they're with my brokers, my team, or not. They just they see my videos how I explain things. So Khalid Explains It All, and they just like, yo, how do I do this? What should I do? What would you do? Get me out of the situation. And I'm really good at getting people out of situations. Like, all right, they trying to sue you. I'm not a lawyer, but I always gotta start with that. But I work well with lawyers, and even like I'll have lawyers like look, this is what you should do, and they're like, okay, that's a great idea, you know. So I'm like, I should do this.
So do you think you're in alignment for that path?
Yeah, because I'm with Miami Realtors. I'm doing classes with the chief of legal, EVN.
Right.
So right now we're doing a fair housing event every month, every year. Fair housing month. We do a 4-part series on Get Savvy with Section 8, working with fair housing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we about to do like a legal talks class where because all of these legal changes, people are struggling with like, how do I explain this to people? So she gonna say the legal way, and I'm gonna say like, this is how you should say it to people because I can explain things.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm working on it.
That's dope, bro.
Objection overcoming objection. There's little things like that. I'm like, it's like an internship to me I'm looking at.
Okay, bro. I love to see that for you, bro.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Now, we're not going to hope. We're going to make
it happen.
We're
going
to
work on it. Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when.
Nah, big facts.
Yeah, but that's really like my thing. I'm just trying to figure it out.
You figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? You doing well for yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
Nah,
thank you.
No doubt, bro. Bro, this was good. I'm glad we finally had a chance to sit down.
Not for sure.
Let everybody know where they can find you at.
TheInvestmentPropertyGurus.com. That is the best place to find me. I'm on YouTube, Khalid Explains It All, or The Investment Property Gurus. Instagram, Khalid Explains It All, or The Investment Property Gurus. And we are the Investment Property Gurus Solutions Group. We're a real estate resource. We answer any and all real estate questions. Just whether you're doing a deal with us or not, just let us know your problem. We'll find a solution for you or point you in the right direction.
If you like everything that was dropped here, make sure you click that like button, subscribe, tell a friend. You already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Great podcast, and we out of here. Yeah.
We out.